Hi everyone, I'm Peter from RADiCAL. Let me give you a quick introduction to our characters and how you can bring them into your scene, position and block them, and how you can import your own characters. Because of the very nature of characters being a very complex science within 3D, there are a few set requirements that you definitely need to make sure you have set for your characters. I will be going over this, but I hope we've made it easy to follow and easy to understand. Let's get into it. So, to start off with, I just have a very simple scene with a camera track in the middle. To bring in a character, I just go to the characters flyout tab, and these are all of my characters which are available for use within RADiCAL. These are provided by us. Very simply, like assets, I just need to drag into the viewport, and there we go. And then I've got full 3D controls, so I can move, I can rotate, and I can scale if I need to. Much like how assets are important for blocking, so characters are as well. So if I check through the camera track and just sort of scrub through, it's a bit weird how he's off focus in there. So if I want to just move him back, I exit the viewport, select my character, move him back into position. And now if I go through my camera track, there we go. Now he's kind of in the doorway coming through. Very simple, nothing to it. So with all of these characters being available, it's natural to want to know if you can bring in your own characters. Through the import function, this will bring up a panel. There, very simple, much like assets, you can just drag and drop your character file into here, or you can select the file to open up the Explorer. In terms of by default, we accept RADiPlayMe, Mixamo, and Avaturn because the rigs within inside work and play nice within RADiCAL. Get into a little bit more about that in a minute. A few other important metadata informations to have, we accept them in .glb format, nothing else at the moment, and a max size of 100 megabytes. If you do have a very complicated character that exceeds 100 megabytes, please get in contact with us and we will see what we can do. We have supported other users and customers who have had characters much greater than 100 megabytes by importing them to the back end. Let us know about your project and we'll see what we can do to help you. We support Mixamo, Avaturn, and RADiPlayMe skeletons, and your character must be in a T-pose. If something is not correct within these settings, it will flag up an error warning. Finally, if your character supports Apple's ARKit 52 blend shapes, they will also be supported and sent over to here. You don't need to do anything to the character. Naturally, we need a character. I mentioned Mixamo being a rig type that we support, so it only makes sense to head to Mixamo. So I'm just going to log in with my Adobe ID. And there we go. So Mixamo, for those unaware, it's a characters and animation library that you can just download for yourself. You can also upload your own characters if you were to get them from, say, Sketchfab, and then you can also then have Mixamo auto retarget. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to take a character from here. So this is the animations window. Let's go to the characters. And let's select a character. Where was the splash art girl? There we go. Proceed with a new character. Yes. Great. Very simple. She's cool. She's trendy. Yeah. So download. Of these download settings, you want to set the format as fbx binary.fbx. You can leave the rest as is, so .fbx binary. And set the pose as T-pose. And download. Now, the astute will know that this is a .fbx file when I said previously we only accept them in .glb format. So we need to convert this character into a .glb. There are many tools online that you can use. If you're comfortable using an online tool or doing it yourself through another way, go for it. I'm going to use something slightly different. It may look intimidating and complex, but that is Blender. Blender, for those unaware, is a 3D workhorse. It can model, it can texture, it can rig, it can animate, and you can do VFX within it. However, we're not going to do all of that. We are literally going to bring in the character and we are going to export it out in another format. So if I open up my instance of Blender here, I'm just going to clear all of this and File, Import, FBX. I'm then going to find my file. There it is. Select it. So the important things to know is I need to set my animation as none. I need this as stock, animationless as they come. And I'm going to also set my armature as automatic bone orientation. You can play around with additional of these settings to see what works and what doesn't work. And it is a bit of a trial and error, sure. But those are the two most important things. And import FBX. And here's my character. So if I turn on shading, there we go. Now, if I was to expand the hierarchy and select the armature and you will see inside is a set of weird diamonds and triangles. This is the rig inside. This is very important. Currently, as it's set up, we don't need to do anything to it. We can just leave it as it is. To demonstrate, I'm gonna then, it's very simple, go File, Export, GLTF 2.0, brackets, GLB and .gltf. I'm going to save that in a spot, and I'm going to save it as my Mixamo character, and I'm going to make sure that there's no animation track included. Even though there is no animation track, it's just an extra layer of reassurance. If you have multiple characters or multiple objects within the scene, you want to make sure you're only including the rigged character, so either set it to selected objects, visible objects, or make sure you've hidden off everything else that you're not carrying forwards. And same with transform, leave the Y up, and the data shape keys is important if you want to get that face transformations, those blend shapes that you wanted to have animated, and skinning as well if you want to have the rig attached to the mesh. A lot of that is very unimportant. You can just leave these as stock settings. So export GLTF 2.0. And just like that, I now have my FBX, which I brought in, and my .glb format. And they are nice sitting under 100 megabytes. Let's take this into RADiCAL. So back into RADiCAL, through the characters flyer tab, select import, drag and drop a character here. So if I bring up my file, if I bring up my file explorer here, my Mixamo character, I'm going to drag them in. And there's my character. I can see there's a skeleton rig, it's a Mixamo character. I can set the character name. This is editable here. This is taken from the file name. And as I can also see, there's one material and 4 textures. This is kind of irrelevant to the situation right now, but there is that material information there as well. If you have an error message or there's something incorrect with the character, it would display here. And I'm going to select import now. And there is my character. And now it's a very simple case of drag into the viewport. There we go. And as I said, like at the beginning, everything else, it's got full transform controls, move her around, position her as I need, scale up, scale down. Much like how assets are, the character that I've just uploaded is tied to my RADiCAL account. So it's not just on this project. I can take this to any other Canvas project. I can join other people's Canvas projects and I can bring that character with me as well. So for instance, if I'm just workshopping something myself and I need to jump on another canvas with someone else, I don't have to re-import the character there. I can just bring my RADiCAL account and drag and drop them into the scene there. They're still on my account. They won't be added to their library. It's only for me. Very simply. A couple other things, although when I do bring my character to another account, if I do bring my character to another canvas file that's not hosted by me, and I leave my character in there, I still have that character, they do not. If they were to delete the character, they can't then bring it in because it's not been uploaded. So I would have to go back in and add it or give them the file to upload it themselves. There's lots to work on regarding characters, and if you've got some incredible suggestions, please let us know in our Discord linked below. And for the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to animate those characters using our stock motion library that's provided and our markerless real-time live motion capture. I'll see you there. Toodles!